6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, assisted by Nilusha Jayamana and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The Prime Minister meets teachers and trade union representatives. Legal amendments to conduct the Provincial Council elections will be introduced soon. An independent institution proposed to be set up to manage national heritages. Vaccination of academic and non-academic staff of universities and affiliated institutions commences. Sri Lanka and Russia reaffirm strong relationship. Foreign news, the US and Taliban discuss aid in first direct talks since US exit. Sports news, Lionel Messi becomes the first South American to score 80 international goals. Local news in detail now. A meeting between Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and trade union representatives of teachers took place this afternoon. The Prime Minister's office said that the meeting with the Education Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, Venerable Muruthettuwe Ananda Thero and trade union representatives took place at the Temple Trees. The Parliament Select Committee has decided to introduce legal amendments soon to conduct the Provincial Council elections. The committee met recently under the chairmanship of Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Minister Basil Rajapaksa pointed out that many problems have arisen since provincial councils were not functioning for more than 3 years. He said that only provincial councils are not functioning and therefore the Finance Minister emphasized that provincial council elections should be held soon. The committee members said that the election should be held under the old system. The chairman of the committee, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, said it is suitable to present necessary legal amendments in the Parliament to conduct the elections in January. The need to take steps for a fair representation of women was emphasized. The opinion of the majority has been favorable to a mixed election system. The chairman said that political parties and independent groups who gave statements at the committee were of the same view. A proposal has been made to establish an independent institution to manage national heritages. A committee appointed to identify national heritages and to present methodologies to specifically decide on them has made the proposal. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, in his capacity as the Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, appointed the committee. A committee report is scheduled to be submitted to the Cabinet. The committee has proposed to appoint an interim committee until the institutional structure is prepared. Giving COVID vaccines to academic and non-academic staff between the ages of 20 to 30 years of universities and institutions affiliated to universities commenced today. Chairman of the University Grants Commission, Professor Sampath Amaratunga, said that vaccinations will continue until the 15th of this month. The chairman said that they can get the vaccines from the nearest university or affiliated institution due to travel restrictions. The date of commencement of universities will be decided after the 15th. He requested them to produce the university identity card or a document to confirm their identity. The 10th round of bilateral political consultations between the Sri Lankan and the Russian Federation were held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russia in Moscow on Friday. The consultations were co-chaired by the Foreign Secretary of Sri Lanka, Admiral Professor Jayanath Kolambage, and the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia, Ambassador Igor Mogila. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed the existing multifaceted relations between Sri Lanka and Russia, encompassing political, economic and cultural spheres as well as people-to-people contacts. In the discussion, the two sides referred to cooperation in defense, education, connectivity and tourism, and in combating COVID-19, among others. Recalling the long-standing historic relations and strong partnership between the two countries, both sides reaffirmed cooperation on issues of mutual interest in multilateral fora. The discussion also focused on regional and international issues of mutual interest. Both sides looked forward to the celebration of the 65th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Sri Lanka and Russia in 2022. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking.
Continuing with more local news, Deputy Director General of Health Services Dr. Hemantha Herath has requested the public not to misuse the freedom they are experiencing after relaxing travel restrictions. He said that it is the responsibility of everyone to take measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19. He also advised the public to refrain from requesting for various vaccines. Meanwhile, more than 480,000 in the country have recovered from the virus. 426,383 COVID patients have been reported from the country so far. 32,500 are under medical treatment at hospitals. The Health Ministry said nearly 12,400,000 have received both doses of a vaccine. More than 12,700,000 have been given one dose of a vaccine. Former member of the Elections Commission Jeevan Tyagaraja has been appointed as the governor of the Northern Province. He took oaths before President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the Presidential Secretariat this afternoon. State Minister Sadasivam Viyalendran says that the government hopes to control the spread of the COVID-19 by vaccinating all citizens by December. He said that steps have been taken to prevent the spread of the pandemic in rural areas. He further said that steps have been taken to provide health advice in Tamil language for the people in the northern and eastern provinces. That ends local news.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister Keheliya Rabukwala says that discussions will be held in the future about the time duration of national health services. The usual services will be amended as required. The minister said that with the introduction of the new program, health services obtained from the private sector can be obtained from the government hospitals efficiently. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight.
The Institute of Certified Management Accountants of Sri Lanka will conduct another knowledge-sharing continuing professional development virtual webinar on new Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, Act number 19 of 2021, tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. via online Zoom platform. Those who wish to attend are requested to send an email to registrations@cma-srilanka.org. Email address once again, registrations@cma-srilanka.org. And that was Watchlight.
World News.
In the headlines, The US and Taliban discuss aid in first direct talks since US exit. Fire breaks out at Lebanon's Zahrani oil facility. Star Entertainment shares fall on money laundering claim. World news in detail now. The country's Taliban rulers say that the US agreed to provide humanitarian aid to Afghanistan. The statement came at the end of their first direct talks in Qatar since US troops left Afghanistan in August. Apart from aid, the talks focused on containing extremist groups and the evacuation of US citizens. The OAS officials described the discussions as candid and professional, but added that the Taliban would be judged by their actions. Energy Minister Walid Fayyad said a huge fire that broke out in a fuel storage tank at Lebanon's Zahrani oil facility has been contained. Earlier, Fayyad told media that an army fuel tank was on fire. After reaching the Zahrani oil facilities, he told reporters he was not sure what caused the fire and whether it was intentional or not. At least 25 fire trucks were at the oil facility as firefighters put out the fire while cooling down surrounding tanks to prevent the blaze from spreading. Shares in Australian gambling giant Star Entertainment have slumped after allegations that it enabled illegal activity at its casinos for years. A joint report by 3 news outlets implicated the firm is suspected money laundering, organised crime and fraud. The company's main rival, Crown Resorts, was hit by similar claims in 2019. Star said it's concerned by a number of assertions with the media reports that it considered misleading. Back to the headlines of the world news. The US and Taliban discuss aid in first direct talks since US exit. Fire breaks out at Lebanon's Zahrani oil facility. Star Entertainment's shares fall on money laundering claim. That ends world news.
And now in development news.
The Apron Area Development Project at Bandaranaike International Airport, which will increase the aircraft parking facility, is slated to reach completion by November 2021. The BIA has a capacity of parking 26 aircraft at present. Under the expansion, the apron area of BIA will be expanded to facilitate another new 23 apron parking stands for aircraft parking, increasing the aircraft parking capacity to 49. And that was development news.
Sports news.
Football news. Lionel Messi became the first South American to score 80 international goals in his Argentina side beat Uruguay in World Cup qualifying. Captain Messi opened the scoring for his side with a floated cross that somehow evaded the goalkeeper. Rodrigo de Paul doubled Argentina's lead before half-time, with Lautaro Martinez adding a third after the break. Tennis news. Andy Murray beat highly rated Spanish teenager Carlos Alcaraz 5-7, 6-3, 6-2 to reach the third round at Indian Wells. Murray raced into a 3-0 lead but was pegged back to 4-all, and after failing to take a set point on the Alcaraz serve at 5-4, lost the opening set, but he levelled at 1-all, even serving underarm at 1 point. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
David Perez Holdings and Avanade Technologies announced the launch of a new joint venture that will power Affinity Fintech Solutions and accelerate its global expansion. Affinity is a suite of fintech solutions that digitally transforms end-to-end delinquency management and customer relationship management processes. Currently, Affinity enables automation of collections and recoveries of BFSI, telco, utility and public sector institutions. And that was Business News.
This was news, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Credit card spending by Sri Lankans jumped the 2-month-long contraction, swinging to a sharp increase in July. It comes days after the country removed the month-long restrictions in June in what appears to be a reflection of some semblance of economic normalcy. According to data, the total outstanding credit card balance soared by 3,027 million rupees in July to 121.66 billion rupees. And that was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report. The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Matra districts. Fairly heavy showers, above 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa and central provinces. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the northern and Uwa provinces in the afternoon or at night. Wind speed can be increased up to 50 kilometers per hour at times in the western slope of the Central Hills, northern, north central and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. That was the weather report. And to end this news broadcast, back to the headlines. The Prime Minister meets teachers and trade union representatives. Legal amendments to conduct the provincial council elections will be introduced soon. An independent institution proposed to be set up to manage national heritages. Vaccination of academic and non-academic staff of universities and affiliated institutions commences. Sri Lanka and Russia reaffirm strong partnership. Foreign news, the US and Taliban discuss aid in first direct talks since US exit. Sports news, Lionel Messi becomes the first South American to score 80 international goals. And with that, we end this news broadcast.